Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday morning. During today's live, we're going to be looking at some beautiful colourful rings. It's really easy, lovely jewellery. You'll be able to make a pair of earrings in a minute. You'll be able to make a necklace in 5 minutes. You can make a full set, I think, in 10 minutes. All you have to do is open and close jump rings, and it gives so many lovely and different effects. So I'll show you them on the website. There's 3 different sizes you can get. There is a bundle as well, and I would suggest you getting the bundle because that gives you all of the rings, all of the colours, and all of the sizes for an absolute bargain. So yeah, I'm really excited about today's makes. You can do so many different things with them. They're really easy to do. So I'm going to say a quick hello to people before I do take you over to the website. So good morning to Angela. Good morning to Lucy. Good morning, Kitti. Miss you. So what have you all been up to? As you know, I've been down. Here comes the sunshine again. Do you know? Well, it's because Kitty's arrived, isn't it? It's gone blindingly bright now. Hopefully there won't be too many shadows on the mat, but we'll have a little fiddle if there is with the blinds and whatnot. I'm also expecting a happy parcel today from Totally Beads, so hopefully it won't come during the live. I waited in for it yesterday and it didn't come, and I've had a message this morning to say it's due. So if there is a knock on the door, you might have to excuse me while I run over and get it. Good morning to Camille. She says, morning, Natalie and everyone. Did you enjoy your weekend with Kitty? I certainly did. We were extremely busy, weren't we, Kitty? We didn't have time to breathe, but we had an awful lot of fun. We did have some giggles in between all that hard work that we were doing. I'm very excited for the projects that are coming up. We've got a bit of everything. We've got some gorgeous wire work. We've got some tiger tail makes. We've got a bit of everything. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Good morning to Mina. How are you? Are you okay? Good morning to Helen. I've got a lot of you coming in now. Good morning to Elaine. Good morning to Carol. She says, morning, Natalie and our beading family. Sun is shining at the moment in Brixham. It wasn't until we hit 10 o'clock and I'd sat down and I'd gone live, and now here comes the sun. As George Harrison would say. Was that George Harrison? I think it was. Good morning, Sue. She says it's sunny in Plymouth. Good morning to Lynn. Good morning, Natalie and chat, she says. Lucy says, I want a happy parcel. Lucy, the amount of orders that you do, you must have happy parcels arriving every day. Good morning to Alison from New Zealand, all the other side of the world. How lovely. Good morning to Isla. Good morning to Rachel. Kitty said we were up to no good. We were very well behaved, Kitty. We did have a lot of fun. We were very busy. I'm back down again probably in a couple of weeks, aren't I? It's going to be lovely. So good morning to Gwen. Okay, Kitty says, I mean all work and no play. Well, we will get the cocktails at some point, I'm sure. It might be a next year's treat instead. We've got 2 Lornas here. Good morning, Lorna. How are you, my love? Good morning to Mina. She says, I feel a bit better today. I had a stomach bug since Monday. Oh, you poor dear. I hope you're feeling okay. Hello, my darling. So if you have some craft fairs coming up, which I know from chatting to some of you, you do, these are brilliant. Sometimes when we are doing a craft fair, we get a little bit panicked thinking, I've got to make all this stock up. These you can do in minutes, absolute minutes. I know Kitty's done them similar before, and she made you timer. I don't want to be timed. I don't want to be under any pressure, but I promise you, you can do these really quick. When we say easy and quick makes, we mean it. But they're really, really beautiful. And they're aluminium as well, so they're just so light. You can make really big statement pieces, and you can't even feel that you're wearing them. They're really lovely. Good morning to Jackie. Lucy says, I need to go out for a walk after this and find some pine cones for my wreath. Ooh, how lovely. I made one with conkers last year, and we went looking for them, and had a lot of fun picking them, and then I was drilling them and putting them all together. It looked really nice. I put some of the beaded spiders on them actually that we made. And this year, my husband David's got a lovely colleague in work who's got a beautiful big horse chestnut tree, and she has loads of conkers, and she said, does Natalie want them this year? And I was like, I do, but I'm not going to have time. So she gave me a big bag of them, and honestly, they're just still sitting there now. So on to the Christmas, out with the autumnal. I'm ready for the winter wreath instead. So I didn't use them this year, but they've gone into my like composty bin thing. So hopefully I won't have a whole load of trees growing soon. Good morning to Pauline. She says, good morning, Natalie and everyone. Sun is shining here. It's gone behind the clouds again now. So hopefully it's gone your way instead, Pauline. Good morning to Angela. She doesn't believe us, Kitti. She doesn't believe us. We were very good. We worked very hard. And you'll see, the proof will be in the pudding in the next few lives, and all the wonderful Christmas, 12 days of Christmas. So excited about that. Doing the live on Kitti's Creation Station on Sunday was lovely. It just got me feeling the festive vibes, chatting with you all, and hearing about the traditions that you do. We had a good chat about chocolate, and it was very, very festive. It got me in the mood. Good morning, Lorna. She says, morning, Natalie and Kitti and everybody. Oh, good morning to you, Nicole from Oregon. Good morning to Sue. She says it is sunny here in Staines at the morning. Just been doing some shopping for Santa online from Superdrug. I've done no Christmas shopping. I've bought one thing for a friend. I've got an idea of something else for a friend, and I've got a couple of little bits for my sister. Poor Frank hasn't got anything yet, and neither's my husband, so I really need to get cracking. There's just not enough hours in the day. So apparently I'm on the good list. So yeah, Santa might give me a bit of a help, and I should get busy with that really this week if I can. Oh, we really are international today. Good morning, Catherine. She's still sunny here in Cyprus. How lovely. Morning, Diane. She says, just made it in time. You've not missed anything yet, Diane. I've not even been on the website, which we'll get going on now. Good morning to Karen. Oh, hello, Karen. Karen, it's your first time here. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. We do lives for Totally Beads on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, always at 10 o'clock, often different presenters. Today it's me, Natalie. We also have the absolute expert and guru, which is Kitti, who does the most amazing stitch jewellery. We've got Sarah Millsop. It's an absolutely lovely place to be, if I do say so myself. We've got a gorgeous community. So join us as well on the handmade group. Lucy, can you pop the link in? And then you can share your ideas and get some advice as well if you need it. Kitti also does Creation Station on Sundays on her channel, Kitti Robinson Designs, which you can make along with. And we have BeadClub as well. So have a little look at all the things we've got going on. You are in safe hands here, Karen. And thank you so much for joining us. We've got Camille who says, I've got a bag full left here from when my daughter left to go abroad, still here. Lucy, I don't know if you live near to Camille, but I don't know whether it's far enough for you to walk. But maybe you could go there instead. Yes, Ruth, please press your DNA on the like button, everybody. If you like what we do, give us a thumbs up, like, or a love, or whatever it is. You can also share the video as well if you fancy. If you share it to your Facebook feed and you can save it, then you can come back to it at a later date. So if you think that's a project I want to do, but I haven't got time now, I'm working on something else, share the video, and you can always find it really easy. But all the videos are all on the website as well, so I will stop chatting and saying hello to you, Oh, Carol. Carol says you could spray them gold or red for Christmas, Natalie. I could. So many ideas, not enough time. Good morning to Elaine. Right, okay, let's go over to the website and I will show you our beautiful products today, and then I will take you down on the mat as well. So if it is your first time here, you're needing to go on totallybeads.co.uk, which is our gorgeous website. And there's loads of different ways you can get into the video tutorials. You can click here on the little logo. You can scroll down into this bit, and you can even search in categories at the top and see it just there. So if you come into video tutorials, you can see all the things that we've been making for the last couple of years. We started doing these at the beginning of lockdown, really, wasn't it? So you can search by technique, you can search by design, so you can think, I know I want to do a necklace, or I want to use tiger tail, or it was a video that was shared in May, whatever it is, you can find them that way. And we pin the ones that we've just been working on at the top. How gorgeous was Sarah's poinsettias Monday it was, yeah, they were beautiful. So today is the Colourful Rings. So as you can see, there's 3 different sizes. You can get the 10mm, you can get the 16mm, you can get the 20. Now you get 100 colours, 100 rings rather, in various different colours for each size. So the 10mm ones are £7.50, the 16 ones are £9, and your larger ones are £11. However, I would suggest that you go for the bundle. The bundle, you're going to get 300 pieces in all of the sizes with all of the colours, and that is just £19.99. That's down from £27.50. So that is an absolute bargain. So as you can see, 3 sizes bundle, 300 pieces. They're aluminium. They're really light and gorgeous quality. They are etched, so they've got beautiful little bits of silver running through them. So when you're adding them to your jump rings and your findings, such as your chain or your clasps, go for the silver ones. And that will match these aluminium rings. They are beautiful. So you can see they're just £19.99 today. If it is your first time, you also get this 10% off, which is fabulous. So if you do need your findings, we've not included these in the bundle because we know lots of you have ear wires and you've got jump rings and you've got clasps, but if you haven't, you can add those in. We've got chain there, which will go lovely with some of these pieces if you're making a necklace. And we've also added in some miracle beads for you as well, if you wish, on the options list there. So you're going to get 8mm rounds. You can add crystals or anything to this. But the miracle beads, because they're so lovely in terms of their colour, we think they look lovely with these colourful rings. And you can get 50 of those. The 8mm ones for just £1.75. So they are yours today. Let me take you down to the mat, and I will show you. Sorry, you're all talking about conkers now. Oh, apparently popping them in the drawers keeps the moths at bay. That's good. I've heard they get rid of spiders, but I don't think that's true. Oh, look how international we are. Good morning to you, Priscilla. She's from Cape Town in South Africa. Hello, my lovely. Good morning, Kitti. Everybody saying, welcome, Karen. We are a friendly bunch. And I've just seconded what Angela said as well. We are a very friendly bunch. Here is the link, I think, to the handmade group, isn't it there, Lucy? Which is brilliant. This is mainly how I discovered Totally Beads, and it's gorgeous community and made so many friends. We've got a shared passion of sparkles, so it's always nice to have something in common with people. And there is my parcel. Would you please excuse me? I am so sorry. I can't miss it. It's a happy parcel. And we are so professional. Oh, I am sorry. Do you know, I knew it was going to happen. I waited in all yesterday and I was like, should be before 6. 6 o'clock came and I was thinking, it's not coming. And I knew it was going to be right in the middle of today's live. So I do apologise. No more disruptions. If anyone else knocks, I'll just ignore them. I can't miss my parcel. It's just, you know how it is. You're totally beaders. Rachel is also welcoming you, Karen. She says, we're all family here. Everybody's saying hello to you. Thanks for the reminder, Ruth. The button has been pressed. So thanks, Ruth, says Rachel. This is the link for today's beautiful colourful ring jewellery. I feel my face has gone a little bit red. Oh, I feel a bit embarrassed having to get up and answering the door. Good morning to Angela. Hello to Janny. Oh, wow. Hello all from Kansas, smack bang in the middle of the US. Howdy, how you doing? Rachel is, Victoria saying, I wonder if I could decorate the tiaras with these. They're light enough, yeah, I think you could. Definitely the smaller ones. We may have a project coming up for you, Victoria. I know I did the hairbands the other week. I will possibly be doing something which means you'll be able to adapt that to a tiara as well. So stay tuned for that. Lucy says, happy parcel, yay! It doesn't usually happen. We're usually a lot more professional than this, Karen. As you collect it and then you can show what you have. God, no, there's all sorts in there. I don't want to spoil the surprises because the most of the box are things that are going to be for future makes. I heard spiders mentioned, said Rachel. This is about the conkers, Rachel. Apparently, if you put a conker in your room, it's in the corner of the room, it scares the spiders away. But it's an urban legend. I don't actually think it works. Victoria says, don't worry, Natalie, thank you. We better use it now, says Mina. Oh, happy post. Looking forward to the open day at Kitti Robinson Designs. And unboxing time, says Ruth. No, we'll be here all day. There's so much in it. It's the biggest box ever. I'm so excited. Right, let me take you down to the mat. Let's get on with what we're doing today. Okay, so the colourful rings. I think first I'm going to show you all the different things you can do with them, and then I'm just going to spread them all out onto the mat. Yeah, Camille says, I put conkers on the windowsills, but I still have spiders. It doesn't work. The only thing that works is regularly tidying up and disturbing them, brushing and whatnot. Okay, so the possibilities are endless. If you get the various sizes in the bundle, which I definitely would recommend, you can do some beautiful graduated effects with them, and they are so easy to do. This one I did last night in lovely little rainbow colours, and it took me, I don't know, minutes, absolute minutes. So all I've done is I've used the same sizes on this one, but I've used quite a few, not all, but quite a few of the gorgeous colours in there. Just simply attaching them really easy with a jump ring, adding a little clasp, adding that extender chain, which is perfect for gifts, because if you don't know the size of somebody that you're gifting it to, or maybe you're selling these, then the extender chain is a really good option. And I've just added one of the gorgeous little miracle beads onto the bottom, and then that will dangle really nice. You can put these on the back of your necklaces as well. And obviously the shorter on the chain, the more they will dangle down the back of your neck. It just adds that extra little bit of sparkle. Ruth, I couldn't agree more. Spiders eat bugs. I like spiders. To be fair, I'm terrified of them. It's an absolute irrational fear. I don't know why I'm so scared of them. It's their legs, it's the way they move. But I do admire them, and I wouldn't want to hurt them. So they I asked my husband very nicely to get a glass and to move them out and find them a new home, because I can't be in the same room as them. We have, look at this. Again, if you're using the different sizes, look at the different effects you can get. If you're using anything with like a geometric shape, like your circles or your squares, there's just so much that you can do in terms of design. Good morning, Edward. How are you, my love? They're brilliant. They're really, really versatile. Again, I made this one last night. And all I was doing there is just adding in a couple of those miracle beads. So I used one of my head pins and I turned them into double connectors as eye pins, which I'll show you how to do that. And I've just graduated them and they look so pretty and they hang so lovely as well. That one's a little bit twisted, but you get the effect there. And because they come in so many colours, you can match this to whatever you're wearing. This one should be called the Lucy design because it's just pinks and purples. They're really, really pretty. This one, I didn't make this one. Miss Kitti made this one. And it's gorgeous. You don't need the clasp. She's just having it as an overhead one. And she's added in some lovely little beads as well. It's probably best that I put these on and show them off because you'll see them better then. You don't have to use different colours. You can use the same colour in different sizes because there's so many. 100 in a pack or 300 in the bundle. Look at that. And because they're etched, you can see they've got the colour on them. And then inside where they're etched, they have that lovely silver, which just gives it that little bit of sparkle. What else have we got in terms of design? Oh, loads. I did try something a little bit different last night. I tried, excuse me, let me have a drink of water. Little tickle. I tried to do chainmail with them. And I mean, you can use them for various different effects like this. However, you'd need to use them as closed rings. You could cut them because they're really, really soft. So they do cut really easily with your pliers. However, because they're such a lightweight material being aluminium, you are kind of losing some of the integrity in terms of its stability. They would be very easy to snap because they're so light once you've cut them. These didn't. I didn't snap any of them. I think this is a Celtic helm design. I've just used a little section of that. You might need different size jump rings if you want them to sit together more flush. But what I love about the earrings with these is depending on if you add the jump ring or if you add them directly onto the earring hook, they'll either sit sideways or front ways. So there's various different things that you can do. Let me show you some of the earrings. Ooh. So the earrings, I swear, you can do in a minute. You can add your little beads into the middle of them. You can graduate them. So you could make larger at the top, smaller at the top, whatever you like. You could just add one with a little bit of chain. You could use multiple rings. You can add rings inside of them. There's just so much to do, and it's really nice that you can just sit about and play with your designs and play with your ideas. And you can get some really gorgeous effects, as I say, in a matter of minutes. So let me match some of these ones up for you. And then we'll get making. Lucy says the bundle is well worth it, can make so many. You're all talking about the different creepy crawlies that you like and dislike. Look at them. Let me get that to sit nice. So just by using your one jump ring, you can attach your multiple rings together inside, and that gives a really gorgeous effect. I can never decide which is my favourite technique with these, but I do think it's probably gathering them up like that. So you're going to have enough in each colour to be able to make your earrings and a necklace and a bracelet out of each colour. And it completely depends on how you want to put them together. I love them. I think they're my favourite. So we've got matching earrings to match our necklace. Again, same colours, same sizes, but a completely different look. Shall we get making? Because I'll just be here all day going, oh, look at this one. Oh, look at that one. Right. That one matches that one. Let's put them back and let's start having a little play and a little create. I don't know what we'll do. Should we do a pair of earrings first? And you can see how easy they are to do. So I'm going to get all of my rings out. Bear in mind, I've made quite a lot with these already, and I've still got loads. So I'm going to put my different sizes out. Look at all them. And then I'm just going to start having a play, putting some colours together. Right, so I think I always go for the blues. Shall we do something to match my nails? Now, I don't know whether you've noticed. I wasn't going to say, I was going to keep it and see if you did notice. But one of my nails was splitting the other week, and I didn't want to cut it too short because I didn't want it to hurt. So I cut it last night and then decided I was just going to repaint my thumb. Only I did it in a dimly lit room, and instead of, excuse me if you can hear that buzzing, instead of painting it in the pink colour, I've just picked one up out the set and accidentally picked, can you see that? It's red. So I've got a mismatched thumb. So when I say let's do something to match my nails, we've got two colour choices. I could do red or the pink. I'm going to go with some pinks and purples, I think. So I'm going to get one of the larger ones and I'm going to pop in one of those smaller ones just to start with. That doesn't match. That one's a match. See, I've done a kitty where I've poured everything out in front of me and now I've got no space to work. Let's move them up a bit and see if we can still get some focus. Okay, to make earrings, all you're going to need is your jump rings and your ear wires. If you want, you can add chain, you can do whatever you want. So I'm going to pour out a couple of jump rings because I'm going to open these up and then they're ready for me, and then I don't need to be popping my work down all the time. To open up a jump ring, as you know, it's got a little cut in the top of it here where it opens. I'm going to get two of my pliers. I'm going to hold it, not using the little tiny pincery part, but as much of that surface area as I can. So the only gap in between is going to be where that opening is, and we're going to focus. And I'm just going to twist it towards me or away as much as I want. And that's going to open it up for me. And I'm going to do that with another one too. And I'm going to show you the difference in terms of how they'll hang, whether they face forward. Everyone's saying, didn't notice the nail until you pointed it out. Oh, you know me, I can't keep anything to myself. If I've done something embarrassing, I have to let the world know. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just attach both of those on to that one jump ring and close it up. And the same with the other one. I'm going to add on the bigger ring, the smaller ring, and then I'm going to close that up. Now to close it, I'm just doing exactly the same. I'm going to go slightly past that midway point, and when I bring it back, it will rub together and close perfectly. Now, you can add these straight onto your earring hooks, or you can add another jump ring, and that will change the way it sits. You can always twist your ear hook if you want to, but we want to make sure that they're not snapping or anything like that. So I'm literally just going to open this up as I would the jump ring, little bit of a bend, and I'm just going to pop that through that jump ring and close that up. And the same with the other one. And I have a lovely little pair of earrings, which has took me seconds to make. Just going to open up my hook on this ear wire because it's hooked onto another one. Thread that on and close that up. There you go. How simple was that? Pauline says, I've got these rings. It's prompted me to make some more earrings with them. I think they're really lovely for Christmas. I mean, you could do something with 5 gold rings, and that would be very festive. Let's make a... Shall we make a necklace? Let's make a necklace. Okay. So I think for my necklace, I'm going to add some little miracle beads into it as well. So I'm going to pick out the sizes that I want and the colours that I want. I'm going to carry on using these pinks and these purples. Let's change that up a little bit and put the darker ones in. So I like to lay mine out first of all, just to play around with the design to see how the colours look together. And I think I'm going to add another one of those. That would look nice, wouldn't it? And again, all I'm going to do is join these up with the jump rings. Do I add a little? Yeah, I'm going to add a bead in as well. Okay. So I'm going to pick which colour. Yeah, I like that one. Okay. So if I was just dangling one in the middle or on the end, let me show you one that I mean as an example. If I was going to dangle one in the middle, I would just use my head pin. Am I getting any focus? There's so much on my mat. You're not seeing anything. However, if I wanted to make it connectable in the middle, what I would do is I would trim off the top of my pin. So getting rid of, where's that gone? That's fired off somewhere. Just getting rid of the little head part there. And I would turn this into my loop. Now we've got a P. I'm just going to pop that back in and straighten it up. So now it's in an eye shape. I'm then going to add on the bead that I like. And I'm going to make a connector on the opposite side by bending that down at an angle. cutting off my excess, so I'm leaving, oh, I don't know, maybe a centimetre there. You could use your looper as well if you like. Then I'm popping on my round nose pliers towards the end. I don't want any of this pin sticking out the other side. I want that nice and flush. And then I'm going to start to turn that back in. And make that back into a little loop. And then I'm just going to give it a little twist, so those loops will then fit and sit the same direction. There you go. And now I'm going to add that into the middle as I add my jump rings. So again, I'm just going to open up a few of my jump rings. I like to open them up in advance, really. I find it just speeds up the process. I can just pick them up as I go when I'm working. But as I say, what I enjoy most about this project is just how versatile it is. You can all have the same kit, the same materials, and you can all make something completely unique and completely different depending on what sizes you put together, what colours you put together, and how you put them together. So I'm picking up my rings and I am closing that up, and then I'm picking up another jump ring and the next ring and closing that up. Make sure that's closed perfectly. And then I am just going to continue all the way down, picking up my rings as I go. Oh, nearly dropped it. Okay, now when I'm getting to this one, and I want to attach this together, I'm going to pick up my ring and the other ring as usual, and I'm also going to pop this little bead on. Wonder if it'll be long enough. Wonder if I've made it long enough. We'll see. Closing that up. I should have done. Yeah. And then again, I'm going to take my next jump ring. I'm going to go through that little connector I've made, through the ring on the other side, and then add on my next ring. So I've got all three being attached on this jump ring, and I'm going to close that up. And now that should sit inside that ring there. Just trying to have a little look at the comments. Don't know what you're talking about there. I'll scroll back up, and if you've got any questions or any tips or any design ideas, do let me know. You can pop a Q in front of your question so it's easily identifiable, or you could pop a T in front for a tip and let us know all your wonderful suggestions and ideas. So I'm sitting chatting to you and explaining what I'm doing. If I wasn't, and I was just focused on this and not reading the comments, I would have done this in minutes. I mean, I have probably done it in minutes, but I'd do it even quicker. They are really simple and effective and lovely makes. Right. Now, also, they are the same on both sides, so you don't need to worry about which way you're picking them up. So now I've got my little design, my feature and my focal point. I'm going to attach my chain. So I'm going to take my chain. Again, this is available if you want to buy it, if you haven't already got some. All I tend to do, because I'm making this one for me, is I put it around my neck and think I want it to hang around here. So I'm going to measure it to about there. If you want, you can measure it against a ruler. You can do it by eye. It's entirely up to you. This is my quick way of working. So I'm then going to cut my chain. What I tend to do is open my chain up like I would a jump ring, but you can cut it if you want, if you're being speedy. But I tend to open where the little link is, like so. I will put that length back that I don't need. And then I'm going to attach my chain on either side. Now, I'm not going to cut two lengths the same to know where my clasp's going to go. The way I tend to work is I make the chain as one. And if you wanted to, you could just make it an overhead one if you wanted it long. But I find the easiest way to do is this way, and I will show you what I'm doing now. So I'm adding on my chain to my jump ring. I need another jump ring. Where have I put them? There they are. Diane says she measures hers the same. If you're making it for you, it's the best way, isn't it? Because right, okay, well, that's where I want it to sit. And let's face it, we don't make jewellery to not make ourselves anything. That is the joy of it, to get to create something and then to have the satisfaction of wearing it and then someone complimenting, oh, I like your necklace. Where'd you get that from? And then you can go, I made it myself. And that for me is the joy of jewellery making. Okay, all I do then is I'm going to line it up so I know my links are sitting the same. And then by just popping a little bit of tension in it, I know that is the middle and that's where my clasp's going to go. And now I don't have to worry about, did I cut that to the right length? Is this the same as this? Is it going to sit right? Because it will do. So either cut or open up your chain. Open that up a little bit more. I mean, you can close this ring again and then you've not lost anything. Just make sure that you're definitely closing it all the way. You don't want to give a weakness to the chain where that, might come undone. And then I'm going to need to get myself 2 more jump rings. Do excuse me. I don't know who's calling me. And I should have had that on mute. I thought I did. I don't know whether you can hear me ringing. And then I'm going to add on my lobster clasp as well. It'll be London calling, so it's probably some sort of spam selling me something. And then I'm just going to add on my lobster clasp and I'm going to close that back up. Could you hear that little click? If it clicks, I always think then that means it's perfectly closed because it's rubbing together. So I'm opening it up. I'm not opening it outwards. I don't want to distort that shape. I'm just giving it a little twist in that direction. So towards me or away from me, and then back in the opposite direction to close it up. Add on my clasp. And there you go. There's my necklace. Should I try and put it on? Gwen says I get them all the time. The funniest is before I used to drive a car, I always used to get, oh, you've been in an accident. That wasn't your fault. And I'm like, well, I wasn't. Because I wasn't in a car accident. And I don't drive a car. And if it was an accident, it wasn't anyone's fault, was it? I've made this a little bit long actually for this top, but can you see how that would sit? Considering I measured it round my neck, you'd think I'd have measured it properly, wouldn't you, for my top? There you go. I just love the way they sit. I think they're really, really pretty. Okay, we've done a pair of earrings. I've showed you how to attach a bead if you want to. Shall we do a little bracelet? Let's do a lovely colourful bracelet. Okay, let me take you back down onto the mat. What colours? Shall we mix them up a little bit? Shall we use some golds? Some greens? Ooh, these are like little bronzy ones. See, I'm spoiled for choice. I never know what colours to do. I mean, you could make a theme if you've got particular colours in your flag or something. They all look so lovely together. I mean, this is part of the charm. Do I graduate this one, or do I keep them all the same size? Let's graduate them, because then at least I can show off all of the beautiful sizes you get. Right, I'm going to keep the same colour, I think. Yeah, okay. And you hear my brain ticking going, ooh, ooh. So all I do is I just lay them out first and decide what looks good together. I've only got little wrists, so I'll probably just do one like this, and I'll add the extender chain to it, and then if it's for somebody else, they can borrow it too. So I'm going to go for these lovely blue ones. I'm going to get my jump rings out, and I'm going to open some of these. Should we see how quick I can do it? I don't want to time myself. Right. Let's see how quick we can make a bracelet. And this is including me opening the jump rings and not having all my materials out in front of me. I will be stopping and starting probably while I'm like getting my chain and getting my head pins and whatnot. So I'm just going to open a few of them up. So the designs are really, really versatile. You can do whatever you want with them. And you could probably make various different things with them as well. Wouldn't have to necessarily be jewellery. I think given the etched design on them, you could probably make some lovely, maybe like little garlands or something for your Christmas tree. That would look really nice, because as I say, the little etched silver parts to it would really catch the light and be really twinkly. Or maybe you could, I don't know. I do like the idea of 5 gold rings and somehow attaching them maybe to kind of like a napkin ring or something for your table. Oh, fired that one away. The triangular one with the miracle bead in each ring. Oh, okay. There are so many designs you can do, and I do like the kind of graduated effect with them. So all I'm doing is picking up my open jump ring, attaching the 2 aluminium rings together and closing it up. Adding on the next one. And if you've got your design out in front of you, it's really easy because you can just pick them up as you go. So I'm going to use 2 smaller ones to finish this off. I've got my tools in my hands, but I'm still picking them up with my fingers. And the last one. And close that up. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lay that down across my wrist, and I'm going to think I only need a little bit of chain to go with this one. So I'm going to cut a little bit off. Let me find the opening. And then I'm going to add my clasp and a jump ring, and I'm going to add a little, I mean, you could add a little ring onto the end, but I'm going to add a bead because we've got these gorgeous beads, and let's use them. Oh, Camille says I'm frozen. Am I frozen? Am I frozen for anybody else? Don't think so. I think that one's looking pretty with it. Okay, so now I'm just going to attach my ends of my bracelet. So opening up my jump ring, looking at where did I put my lobster clasps? There they are. Again, you can use any clasps with these as well. You know I'm a fan of a lobster clasp. I just think they're really easy. They go with everything. So I'm going to add that on and close that up. And then I'm going to add my chain onto the end of this one. And then I'm going to add my bead. So I'm going to need one of my head pins. I thought you meant the blue bracelet was from the film Frozen. This is definitely Frozen colours, isn't it? You see winter makes already. This is what's lovely about these colours though, these products. I always think when you've got a mix of colours together, they're really summery. But by just choosing, say, the blues together, that gives it like, you know, a really kind of wintry feel. The gold ones would give it a really kind of all year round feel. There's just so much you can do with them. Okay, so I've just put my bead onto my pin. I'm pushing that down with my thumb so it's going all the way to the end. I'm going to give this a bend. Now I always bend my pins close to the bead or whatever I'm using, and I give that kind of a 90-degree bend, and this means that once I've cut it to around a centimetre or so, when I start to roll that back up, it should, I could do with some new pliers. I think my round nose are starting to twist out when I'm using them. They've been so overly used. But when I twist that back up, it should, let me close that perfectly. It should sit nice and flush on the top of the bead there, which it has done. I just want to make sure it's perfectly closed. And then I can open that up again like I would a jump ring, attach it on to my chain and close it back up again. There you go. Gorgeous, pretty bracelet that takes minutes to make. So you got 5-minute makes today, which give beautiful effects. I should put it on, shouldn't I? You get to see it better when it's on. Lucy says, I like that blue colour. The bundle pack has just dropped into my basket. Julie. Yay! Right. Now, I'm sure it was Camille who gave me the brilliant suggestion of attaching things on with a pin. But what I always find is really good having an extender chain is you can hold on to the bead or whatever that you've popped on the end of your extender chain, and then you should, let me just open that up, be able to hook that on with ease. There you go. So there is my pretty bracelet, graduated sizes, and lovely little dangly charm. Here comes the sunshine again. Ooh, Diane says would look nice as a sun catcher. It would, wouldn't it? I have been working on some sun catcher designs. I would definitely use the largest one. Oh, but you could put them together. You could make a big ring. You could attach them together, maybe even with a little bit of wire, and you could have the little ones dangling off. Ooh, possibilities are endless. Look, with that, the sun has come out and it is shining. Right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to take you quickly back onto the website because we've come up to, well, it's 11 o'clock, so we've been here an hour now. Let me share the screen with you again so you can see the website. Today is the Colourful Ring jewellery. It's aluminium, it's really lightweight, it's really pretty, it's so very colourful. You can get 3 sizes of your rings in a bundle together. That's 300 pieces for just £19.99. If you want to buy just the smaller ones or the medium sized ones or the large ones, you can, and they range from £7.50 to £11 each. But you know, if you're putting them together, what an absolute deal. What a steal that is for that bundle. I would suggest you get some chain if you haven't got it already, because that just means you can do all sorts with your designs. Ear wires, your jump rings, and if you want to add in your miracle beads there as well, you can do. Really, really straightforward, easy makes, but gorgeous looking jewellery. So stop sharing the screen and bring me back up again. I'm blinded by the sunshine. I'm not going to faff with the blinds. I think, we're on time, so we'll leave it as that. So thank you for joining me today. I think I've shown you pretty much all the different things that you can do. The possibilities are endless. I absolutely love this design. If you are attaching them, you're just doing exactly the same for this one in terms of doing that straight line on the top and then graduating them down with the jump rings into that beautiful triangular shape, which I think would just sit so beautifully. Look at that. Love it. I love them. Your earrings, so straightforward and simple to make. Depending on if you add that extra jump ring to the top, you can get them to sit facing the side, so when you turn your head you can see the full effect. Or if you add that ear wire on directly to it without that extra jump ring, that will make them face a little bit more forward. And again, it's just personal preference. Have I got 2 to kind of show you the difference with there? Yeah, okay. So if I was to put this one on, you can see that's going to hang. Obviously, it depends because when I put my hand behind it, it moves anyway. Look at them. They are so light, but they're really, really strong and good quality too. I could put a whole lot of pressure on that and I'm not bending that shape. As I say, when I started doing the kind of playing about with design and doing some of the kind of chainmail kind of designs, I did cut into them because I needed them to be open, and these are closed rings. So I think I probably weakened the structure by doing that. But these are really sturdy. They're not going to break on you, and they're so light. What a wonderful material to work with. Thank you to Lucy. She says thank you to me. You are welcome. Thank you to Charlotte. She says good night and have a great day, everybody. Sheila says, thank you, Natalie. Enjoyed another lovely tutorial. Enjoy the rest of your day. I am going to go open my box and see what's in there. And good night, says Camille to Charlotte. So thank you so much for joining me today. It was a quick one, but that's what we called it. Easy and quick, colourful ring jewellery. I am back with you on Friday. Got some lovely things for you Friday, but I'm not going to show you, I'm not going to tell you. You've just got to tune in and see what we're doing then. And I'm going to make sure that they're all ready and prepped to go. So thank you so much for joining me today. If it's your first time joining us, then please come back. I hope you've enjoyed it, and have a lovely rest of the week. Lucy, enjoy your walk. Hope you enjoy the fresh air and you collect all of the wonderful things you are foraging that you want to. All right. Love and light to you all. Take care.